Yes, yes, you already know doggydiamondsnofilter.com is my official website. So anything pertaining to Doggie Diamonds is right there. Anything you could possibly be looking for pertaining to me is on there. All my social media sites, all the videos, everything I upload is there. So if you thought you missed anything, you can't get in contact with me, whatever, log on to doggydiamondsnofilter.com. That is my official website. And let me give you some information about this promo that I offer. Listen, man, the year's going out. You want to make sure everybody know who you are going into this new year. Listen, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the threads, the Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I could promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be cash at ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products. Contact me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. This is only for $100. So, yo, you might as well hop on that while you still can for them prices go up because them numbers is going up. I could put you in front of over I'm about to say a quarter million. No, I'm about to mess my own number. 500,000 people. Yes, check the numbers. It's real. Let's go. Yes, we here. I see my brother Stack Stone in the building. I see my brother Rudy Lowe in the building. Brooklyn is up in here tonight. I see Jennifer, Meszaros, what's up? I see Idris the God. Yeah, Idris was just over on Instagram. April Brown, how are you doing? That is a member of the channel. Foxy Brown, XOXO, what's up? Nate Jackson, what's up? King Michael Coy, what's up? Watt Slice is in the building. Heritage Hip Hop is here. We got Marty Cone in the building. I gotta like that name. Merciful Shalal, what's up? EC, that is definitely a member of the channel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Realm, what's up? Mass Society, what's up? Saul Perez, what's up? Shadow Proverb, what's up? Bread Thirsty 2, and don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Lucky, what's up? Young Yala, what is up? Reggie T, what's up? Eric Brown, make sure you get them likes up because you're not gonna get what you're gonna get tonight nowhere else. You're about to get a hip-hop history lesson for real, from one of the people who was there. I wasn't there. Hip-hop is older than me. So all I could do is do research, but we're going to hear it right from one of the horse's mouth. Chief Red Hair, Brown Eyes is in the building. 789 is in the building. Rock Parker 7, Bernadette Bernie is always here. Tara Muhammad, what's up, is in the building. Turk Links, Eric Brown, Reggie T is in the building. We got Big Ma, one of the moderators in the building. Coach is in the building. Jonathan David, what's up? Bled 777, Sexy 65 is in the building. Make sure to hit them like. We gotta make sure this go out. Storm and Norman, I see you. Check Viz online. What's up with you? We gotta make sure this go out. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, I did this. Elmatic, what's up, man? I reached out to a legend. And he said, sure, let's do it. See, that's what I love. Kalila Austin, how you doing? Sharif Gunner, what is up? Real to Real, what's up? Y'all here, y'all gotta hit the like. Y'all gotta hit the like. What it do? Matt Cognac, what's up? That's my bro Rudy Lowe in the building, man. See, I was about to say, man, listen, that's Rudy Lowe. That's one of the ones up in the building. So, without any further ado, let me bring, who I got with me tonight? That's where you come at. You gonna look up? Rahiem, what's up?
What up, Doggie?
What's going on? All right. Listen, I know who you are. Many people know who you are, but many people might not know who you are. They might say, who the hell is this?
Right.
Let's give them something where they definitely know you from.
Hold on, let me grab something for you.
Okay, all right, let's do that. Rudy Lowe is in the building. Like I said, that's my comrade right there, my Brooklyn brother. Brooklyn is in the building heavy. We got Queens here. We got all over in the building. What he went and grab? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What is that? Tell them what that is.
This is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction trophy.
Goodness.
All right. We became the first rap group to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame March 12th, 2007. And here is a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow. And you said we. Who is the we talking about?
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I'm one of the Furious Five. Rahiem, In All the Ladies' Dreams. You know, I started out with the Funky Four first. Breakout DJ Baron, the original Funky Four MCs, and then we battled Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four, May 11th, 1979, at the Webster Avenue, PAL. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four won the battle, but a few days after the battle, Melly Mel, and at the time his name was Mr. Ness, later changed to Scorpio, showed up at my mom's crib and asked me if I would be down to join their group because I was the only one of the Funky Four who actually went at them in that battle.
Shout out to the big bro, Scorp. That's my dude right there, man. Shout out to Scorp. That's my bro right there. You also got a legendary verse. I don't know if you remember. You remember your legendary verse?
Which one is that?
It's from a song called A Message.
Oh, my son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school because the teacher's a jerk. He must think I'm a fool. All the kids smoke reefer. Think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job learning to be a street sweep.
Woo, that's all we needed. That's all we needed. Yo, wow. I like to say that I'm happy that you're here. I'm honored that you're here. And you always been 1,000 with me. Never act funny. Anything I ever text you, ask you any information about this culture, you always been on deck. And I'm only saying that because I want y'all to know that this man is attainable. You can hit him up. He don't act funny. You could DM him. This is one of the legends of our cultures, one of our OGs that's here. And he rapped on, if not the greatest record of all time, definitely top 5 of all time. I say top 3. You understand what I'm saying? And he got a verse on there. And that's you doing the chorus too, right?
Now, okay, so let me clarify something.
Okay.
So, as far as the message goes, the message was not written in its entirety by the Furious Five.
Okay.
A guy named Ed Fletcher.
Okay.
Booty, the musician who put the track together, also wrote the majority of the lyrics, with the exception of the last verse.
Okay.
Verse, "A child is born with no state of mind," which comes from a previously recorded song of ours called Super Rap.
Wow. Wow. So we I guess you fit all the qualifications of a legend. You from the BX.
Facts. Lambert houses.
And when hip hop, because this is the thing, and you've been very, very vocal, and I respect you for that because you didn't duck no smoke. You definitely spoke out that, in particular, Fat Joe don't know what he's talking about when he say Puerto Ricans help invent hip hop. Because when we say somebody helped invent hip hop, that means they're telling you who was there who helped invent it.
That's correct.
And you dispute those claims about Puerto Ricans being there. Now, I want to ask you, did you grow up around Puerto Ricans?
Absolutely. I grew up in the Bronx, and there were Puerto Ricans, blacks. We definitely grew up in the same environment, same community. But growing up in the 70s, this is how it was. It wasn't segregated in that, not a segregated thing as far as the local community made it so that we segregated from each other. Blacks hung with blacks, Puerto Ricans hung with Puerto Ricans.
Right.
Whenever you saw a Puerto Rican or Puerto Ricans hanging out with black people, usually it was because they was either one, absolutely down by law, and they was like that ride or die Puerto Rican that rock with the blacks, or they were shunned from their people and their culture and estranged from their culture, and they hung out with the blacks because of that. Because otherwise, when the jams were going on in the parks, Puerto Ricans was doing their own thing. They be in the parks too, but they was doing their own thing. They had, congas and timbales, and they rock out like that, and we was doing jams. And so when you saw Puerto Ricans at the jams back in the days, it was sprinkles of them. It was a handful of them. And Puerto Ricans and blacks, even if they was down with each other, like if I liked a Puerto Rican chick back in the days in the 70s, and she liked me when she wasn't around her people.
Damn, got you.
Eventually that changed, but back then that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So when you saw Puerto Ricans at hip hop jams, it was because, like I said, they was either down by law and shunned from their people. And as far as the inception of hip hop goes, with regards to innovations, the Puerto Ricans and the Jamaicans,
mm-hmm.
or people from the Caribbean overall, they were onlookers, watched and they listened to what the American kids were doing.
Say that again. No, you got to do that. We don't want that to go over nobody's head. Say those lines again. I think that's the first line. Say that again, bro.
Okay. So with regards to being innovators, Black American teenagers who were the innovators, and there were definitely Puerto Ricans there. I would never dispute their presence. They were there, but they were not innovators in the beginning. They were onlookers. They watched and they listened, and once they understood what it was the Black kids were doing, that's when they became practitioners with regards to rapping and DJing. Now, as far as other, facets of the culture, graffiti, breakdancing, stuff like that, they were involved. But as far as being innovators in the scope of the music culture,
right,
as it pertained to rap or it pertained to DJing, they were not innovators.
So what are some of your earliest memories of the thing that became hip hop? Because what was it called before it was called hip hop, bro?
So
I asked you that. We had a sidebar, but what was that called? Because I think as is known, the people don't know, Cowboy is credited for coining the phrase hip hop in 1978.
Right.
What did y'all call it before it was called hip hop?
Well, it wasn't really called anything really, like we didn't really have a name that encompassed the whole culture.
Okay.
Cowboy mistakenly coined the phrase, and it wasn't a conscious and deliberate thing as far as the term hip hop goes. He didn't call the culture hip hop. He coined the phrase hip hop as a result of him giving a shout out to his man who was going to the military, and hip hop was a word that he used in order to emulate like a drill sergeant calling cadence. Hip hop, like you marching. And so that's how that term derived.
Right.
And then a few years later, Bambaataa coined the phrase, and not Bambaataa, I'm sorry. Lovebug Starsky coined the phrase.
Right.
Then Bambaataa encompassed all of the other elements of the culture and called it hip hop.
Right. So what was it called? You it was just you.
So we called it B-beat music. Because it was from the Bronx, so it was Bronx beat music. So we called it beat music. And it was called the boy yoing because You know, when you went down on the floor and you popped back up, it was like boing. You know,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
pop up. It was the Get Down. If any of y'all ever seen that original Netflix series
Right,
called the,
right, right.
it was actually called the Get Down because that's when all of the B-boys and B-girls would hit the floor when the Get Down part came on.
Right, right.
Yep. So, and by the way, in case y'all don't know, Nas and myself wrote all of the rap lyrics in the Netflix series The Get Down.
Get the hell out of here. You wrote the Get Down raps?
Yes.
Wow, yo, look. You know what, man? We gotta make sure you not only get your flowers, you get all the trophies and everything, because again, you're so immersed in the culture more than we know. You know what I'm saying? Not only you're on the legendary records, but you were there. And that's why I had to get you, bro. Me and you've been building for some years now, but I had to get you because you were there. You older than me. If you don't mind, could you tell the people, how old are you?
61.
Damn, yo, you don't look no 61, no. Goddamn. I hope when I get 61, I look like you. So you 61. So you're older than hip hop.
Yeah.
Wow. So who were some of your contemporaries who were rapping in this culture when you started?
So there weren't a whole lot of us when I started. I became an MC in 1978. And the year that I became an MC, just a few months later, I joined my first rap group. And my first rap group was legendary DJ Breakout, DJ Baron, and the Funky Four. And so at the time, there was no Cold Crush Brothers. Grandmaster Cass, he was a solo DJ. He wasn't even MCing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Treacherous 3. They were definitely around. Crash Crew.
Mm-hmm.
Spoonie G.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out to yep.
Jimmy Spicer.
Yes. That's the Bubble Bunch, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And Curtis Blow came a little bit late. But
Got you. So
he
you
was not far from the inception.
So when did Melly Mel, K Creole, Scorp, when did they start MCing, if you know?
So Melly Mel, Kid Creole, and Scorp. So Scorp joined Flash and them's group right before me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I joined the Funky Four in '78,
mm-hmm.
Scorp joined he became a member of the Furious Four in '78.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And Melly Mel and Kid Creole and Cowboy were Flash's first MCs, and they were called the Three MCs, and that was in 1970, either the end of '77 or the beginning of '78.
So, all right. The issue that we having, bro, is that we have a legendary date that said this is when hip hop started, but you predate that date.
Well, yes, I predate that date, but I wasn't a practitioner in '73.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm 61 years old. I was born in 1963, so in '73 I was 10 years old.
Right.
I was not yet a practitioner. I didn't become a practitioner until 1978.
Right.
However, I saw and I heard and I was on my block. My OGs who had a hangout card before I did, they went to all of the jams of the people who preceded me, Grandmaster Flash, and what have you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So arguably, right? Kool Herc, to many, is regarded as the father of hip hop, not based on so much the party that happened in the community center in 1973. That could be some people's, reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I went along with that
Narrative.
because most of I would say a lot of the terminology that we now use to describe certain things that have to do with hip hop came from Kool Herc's parties, not necessarily Kool Herc himself.
Right.
Derived from his jams, and so and so now Bambaataa, he was not DJing in 1973.
Damn.
Bambaataa didn't come along until like 76.
So could I ask you something? Do you agree that at one point they was crediting Bam over everybody at one point?
Yeah, that's so they were crediting Bam over everyone because of the fact that Bam was instrumental in helping to bring the elements of the culture together.
Right.
That weren't together.
Right.
So B-boys and B-girls and DJing and MCing, that was all together already, right? But graffiti, I guess human beatbox,
dress, the way we dressed and everything, yeah.
So now people were dressing already the way that is indicative of someone who is engulfed in the hip hop culture. We were dressing like that prior to,
hip-hop.
all of the elements of the culture coming together.
Right.
But no one had the foresight to say, okay, let's encompass all of this together under one umbrella and call this whole conglomerate
hip-hop
of facets hip-hop.
Right.
Bambaataa did that. So that's the reason why the people who go hard for Bambaataa, that's the reason.
So do you feel like they moved him out the way because of the controversy and they made Herc like the forefront? Because remember, they was champion Bam for a long time, and then now they'll say, no, it's Herc. Do you feel like that's what happened?
No, actually, that was the people from the Zulu Nation posturing and putting Bam before Herc. But again, Bambaataa didn't start.
Right.
Bam started DJing until about 1976. Now, if you want to put anyone in the argument who could possibly be the father of hip hop, Disco King Mario.
Goodness gracious. And he's from Bronxdale.
Yes, absolutely. He could be in that conversation because he and Kool Herc they were playing music around the same time. You know what I mean? Bambaataa used to borrow Disco King Mario's sound system before he had his own sound system, but that was later. And Kool Herc was the person who actually introduced Bambaataa to the hip hop audience because he let him play with him at the PAL.
Wow.
But then the Source magazine kind of did this thing. They did a cover, the Holy Trinity of hip hop, and they put Herc, Bam, and Flash. And so, in all fairness and honesty, history is a set of agreed upon lies.
Wow. Yeah. Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
And the people who have always had the benefit of being able to tell history, usually the history was told by the victors of war.
Right.
The war happened, so the people who had the benefit of telling the history of hip hop and have it resonate or be consumed by the masses, people who are the most popular.
Right.
Thus, we have people like Fat Joe.
Right.
Busta Rhymes.
Right.
Respectfully, I got mad respect for them both and their artistry, but they were not present during the inception of hip hop. So therefore, to me, they should respectfully not try to tell that story and simply tell the story of their beginning.
Right, right. And it's another one who happens to me to be Jamaican, KRS-One. Did you ever hear some of his stories?
So, all right. So KRS-One, I have a tremendous amount of respect for his artistry, for he's a dope ass live performer. He's crazy, off the dome lyricist. He's made some classic hip hop songs. But so the whole teacher thing,
yeah.
For me, that's a gimmick.
Right.
It's a gimmick.
Right.
And because teachers don't deliberately disseminate wrong information.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I've been going at him for forever, publicly.
Yes.
Like, my dude, like, give me all the smoke.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I dispute what you're saying because you were not there. Like he's saying, he's spitting a rhyme on stage, naming and dropping dates of times when different legends of hip hop came up, and the majority of those dates are absolutely wrong.
Wow.
And and he had Crazy Legs from the Rocksteady crew being on the scene in 1978. I think I remember that.
Right.
Being the date that he said. Crazy Legs was not a known b-boy in the 70s at all.
Damn. So he started with Beat Street, you think?
Who, Crazy Legs?
Yeah.
Crazy Legs didn't become a known b-boy until the 80s.
Goodness.
Right? So I don't know. So there's a conglomerate of people, right? And they have this little committee, and they all corroborate each other's stories. And so you notice, you don't ever see me on, speaking on many, platforms.
So yeah, right.
Me to tell this story because my story doesn't corroborate with theirs.
Right.
You got a problem with me because of that.
Right. So okay, where do you think, who's feeding Fat Joe, Buster, who's feeding them this information? Do you think it's somebody in particular, or somebody's, or is what you said, it's to because it's monetized and they say, hell, we gonna get this money, but we gonna say we did this, and let's omit certain people from it so they can't get none of the monies, can't get none of the credit, and we gonna run with it's Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans and blacks. Y'all was we helped y'all. Do you think it's that?
I think it's that. I think that, like everything else that we Black Americans innovated or created, I think that, the powers that be don't really want to see us, benefit from that completely. They throw us little crumbs here and there, but for the most part, and there's a few of us that might slip through the cracks, but for the most part, we're being looked over. They're like, keep them over there, and let's make sure we get our people, in.
When Hip Hop 50 come up, well, how much were you involved in Hip Hop 50?
I mean, I was on. I performed on Hip Hop 50 Grammys presentation, but that's only because Grandmaster Flash said that he would not perform unless I was there.
Salute to him for that.
Right, and I performed on the VMAs with the rest of the crew. But other than that, I haven't really benefited much from Hip Hop 50 at all.
So whoa. So you telling me 50 years of hip hop. Fat Joe was hosting the BET Awards, which was like, what the hell is black entertainment television?
I wasn't even there.
Well, you wasn't at the hip.
I wasn't even invited.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So you, who is a part of one of the most iconic, legendary records in hip hop of all time, that again might be I think it was voted the #1 record of all time in hip hop, right?
Yeah, yeah. Rolling Stone at one point did vote The Message #1. Yeah.
You're on that. Your vocals is on that record. And you don't get no credit. And then you wrote the verses to the Get Down. You also have ties to the West Coast.
Yeah, I was a staff producer for Dr. Dre right before Eminem signed to him. I was a staff producer with Teddy Riley when he was producing the group Blackstreet. I wrote, produced, sung, and rapped on a song that I got a gold record for on the Juice soundtrack called Does Your Man Know About Me? I've been around for a little while.
And you sent me some music and you let me hear something. I'm like, bro, you better put this out.
Yeah, I'm working on a solo project right now.
But I'm just saying, I don't think they understand respectfully. You're not on that bomb, but you're not on that. Rahiem is rapping like 2026.
Yeah. I pride myself on keeping my sword sharp, and I love rap. So just because I'm 61, that don't mean I have to stop doing it.
Right.
It's what I love. And I got skin in the game. So
shit. Right. You got some say so.
Yeah.
You had actually, I seen you at Reply everything. You don't duck no smoke when they erroneously say things about hip hop. What makes you so brave?
What makes me so brave?
Because everybody be like, oh, you don't want no smoke with so they start talking the stupid, ignorant street stuff, and the streets has nothing to do with the music. And if you could speak and you could say what you want, why shouldn't you?
Right. So I'm not intimidated by words or by reputation. Like, I ain't never seen nobody's reputation whoop nobody ass.
Right.
You got to, if you want to put hands on me, come put hands on me if that's what it is. But I got hands and feet, so I ain't worried about that. But as far as intellectually, my sword is sharp too. So
right.
I can have dialogue with anybody. We can discourse, and I'm going to get my point across clearly. And if your information is on point, then I'm gonna know, and I'm gonna salute you. I'm gonna agree. But if your shit is not on point, then that's a problem, because I'm not gonna go along just to get along. I don't. That's not how I'm wired. Like, for me, the truth means everything. To some people, I'm a problem because I want to tell the truth. But for me, that's their problem.
Right. So, so I wanted to say, like, that's always been my problem in the culture. I'm a truth teller. So I'm always omitted from the little parties and the little award shows, because they know, again, I'm going to walk in the room and say, hold on, there's a big ass elephant in here. And, they used to say, what elephant? I don't see an elephant. Yo, you don't see that? So people like us, and that's why it was important for you to be here, because we got the platforms, and if we stick together, and it's not about what nobody else say, it's about the truth, and nobody can dispute you being there.
Right. Nobody
could dispute you being there. Could you, the members of the Funky 4+1, could you say the members of that group?
Okay, so the Funky 4+1, I wasn't a member of that group.
What was the group you was a member of?
I was a member of the original Funky 4.
Oh.
KK Rockwell, Keith, Shaw Rock, and Rahiem. That was the Funky 4. the original Funky Four.
So
Then,
KK Rockwell from Double Trouble?
correct.
That KK, you know when down below, I got rhymes good. Yo, that's one of my favorite. Yo, that I ain't gonna front. I love his voice. Yo, I think he remind me so much. Black Thought remind me of him.
I can see that.
The way it's just, you know, and a lot of people don't know that routine, because y'all used to call it routines, right?
Absolutely.
That routine is in Wild Style. So they came out with the mobs and the guns. So that's Double Trouble. And it
That's
got
Little Rock and KK Rockwell.
and the Rodney C is Angie Stone's original baby father, right?
Correct.
Right. So, you know, this is hip hop history. So you're not a part of the plus one, but you did rap with somebody who's credited as the first female rapper of all time, right?
Right.
Sha
Sha
Rock.
Rock.
Wow.
So the Funky Four, so Sha Rock was among the first female rappers.
Okay.
There were other female rappers at the same time, during the same time as Sha Rock, but she was the most popular. And then, so I made up the group's routines.
Right.
I was the dude. I was Drake before there was a Drake.
Qualify, because we spoke about that, but qualify that. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, I was the one to sing and rap together, making up routines. Like I would take like Jackson 5 songs and remix them, and you know, I singing my pseudo Michael Jackson voice and do, you know, the routines. One of the routines that people might know from one of our old joints is this joint. Just stepped in the party, but I can't keep from getting on the dance floor. Music sounds so sweet. They don't want to get up out my seat. Should be tired. I'm not in good voice at the moment.
Right. But hey, it sounds better than what I'll do. Hey, go ahead though, bro.
So basically, those types of routines, I was the one that started that. I implemented that style, and that was the reason why Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four wanted me to be down with them, because when the Funky Four battled the Furious Four at the Webster Avenue, PAL, March 11th, 1979, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four, they were like the top crew at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We were like the heir apparent, basically.
Right.
And so we were coming for the #1 slot.
Right.
And so we had the whole North Bronx supporting us, and they had the whole South Bronx supporting them. And so when we got to the show, to the PAL, we expected that Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four would go on after us because they were more popular, so they were like the headline. But instead, they opted to go on before us, and that's because secretly they had, I guess, saw us perform a few times, and they decided to put similar routines together. So they did all of the things that we were going to do before us. So that's why they went on before us.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it was time for us to go on, instead of, because I was the one to lead off our show because I made up all of the routines.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the first one to get on the mic. So instead of me going into the routines to perform with the group, I said, fuck it. And I did an AI, his rookie season in the NBA, and I passed the mic.
Right.
Every rhyme that I ever wrote until I ran out of rhymes, and then I dropped the mic and walked off the stage. But the whole time I was doing that, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four was in the crowd ice grilling me at first. But then after I went so hard for so long and the audience was cheering me on, they started cheering me on too. So when I got off the stage, they came over to me and dapped me up.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the Funky Four didn't even perform. And so a few days after that, Melly Mel and Mr. Ness, later changed his name to Scorpio, showed up at my mom's crib. and asked me to join their group. That's the reason why they asked.
So y'all did a lot of show at this time. The showcases was where PAL Parks. What? Go ahead.
Okay, so Parks. You know, 63 Park on Boston Road, and 100 and I want to say 63rd Street. 23 Park over near Forest Houses.
Mm-hmm.
Mapes Park, where Mapes Pool is, on 180th between Southern Boulevard and Mapes Ave. Let's see. And there was we rocked at the Renaissance Ballroom, that's in Harlem. I think that was on 137th and 7th Ave. We rocked the Hotel Diplomat. That was like Christmas Eve, 79. Christmas Eve at the Hotel Diplomat. The Hotel Diplomat was in Midtown. That was like around the Times Square area.
Right.
We rocked that.
But I say y'all felt like y'all made it. You know, you hit Times Square. You from New York. We like, oh, we out here. We made it. Yep.
Look, before we released any records, before we recorded our first record, we were doing like 3 shows a night. That's how popping we were.
Right.
And then once we made the record, once we got to a certain level of popularity, like not yet to the point where we was touring with Rick James and all of that yet, but like this white rock group, punk rock group called The Clash.
That's rocking the Casbah, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Opened for The Clash.
Wow.
Called Bonds International, which was in Times Square. And we were like the only black people in the spot.
Right.
And we got pelted with all kinds of debris while we were performing. Like niggas was throwing full cans of beer, all types of shit at us, and we was just ducking shit and still performing. Like we was getting paid. We got paid $18,500 to do one show, and we got 2 shows that night to open for The Clash. So we got $37,000 that night to do 2 shows for The Clash.
That's a lot of bread. So what was your first earliest memory of a Puerto Rican MC?
MC Whip-a-Whip, Prince Whip-a-Whip.
And what year was this?
Romantic. That was during the same time. So MC groups.
Okay.
MC groups didn't really emerge until the end of 77, beginning of 78.
Okay.
So and pardon me, I mistakenly omitted the Fantastic Five. They were definitely there as one of the first MC groups that were on the scene. So Prince Whip-a-Whip was definitely one of the first Puerto Ricans that I know that was, involved in the culture. DJ Charlie Chase was actually the first DJ to rock for the Furious Five, because we were beefing with Grandmaster Flash when we became the Furious Five. And so Flash and us didn't work together when we first became the Furious Five. Charlie Chase was our first DJ, and the first first spot that we performed at was Forest Houses Community Center, and that's the first show that I performed as a member of the Furious Five, and that was in 79.
So what about the first Jamaican MC?
So the first Jamaican MC, so now during that time, during the 70s, there could have very well been, Jamaican MCs, but they did not let on, they didn't reveal that they were Jamaican to anyone. There was a crew in the North Bronx called the Chaos Crew, and I believe that the majority of that crew were Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
And they were dope,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't really have any notable dope MCs. Their DJ Little Rock was dope,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't have any notable dope MCs that could propel their DJ, further. You know what I mean? So they kind of fell off. And as far as Caribbean people's involvement in hip hop culture, I'm sure there were a lot. I'm Caribbean,
Right,
I'm
right,
of Haitian descent. You
right.
know what I mean? And so, but a lot of what some of our brothers are claiming nowadays lend more to social construct than anything else. Because
Right,
Busta Rhymes, he says he's Jamaican.
right.
I say you're not Jamaican. You're of Jamaican descent because
Mm.
you were born in America. So, perhaps your parents are Jamaican, but you're American,
Right,
and Jamaican descent.
right.
Fat Joe, same thing. He was born in America. He was born in the United States, in the Bronx. He's of Puerto Rican descent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a social construct that, everybody, the people who make that argument are saying that, Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans were intimately involved in the creation of hip hop. It's just not.
So the first earliest MC that you could remember, who's credited for that?
The first MC that I remember, so the first MC that I remember is really not credited by many for being the first MC, and I would really attribute that to the style, to his style, and that's DJ Hollywood.
Wow.
DJ Hollywood, I would say, is the prototype. He was the first MC. He did not really say long form rhymes. He was more of, the crowd motivator.
But that's an MC though. But that is an MC. Yeah,
That's,
that is.
Long form rhymes didn't come into play until the three MCs, Grandmaster Flash and the three MCs. Yep.
So DJ Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken, say he predates all the DJs. He was there before everybody. What does he have a claim to that?
So as far as DJs go, yes, DJ Hollywood was DJing before Kool Herc.
Wow.
Probably before Disco King Mario, right?
Wow.
But here's the distinguishing difference between DJ Hollywood and somebody like Kool Herc or I'm just leave it right there. DJ Hollywood, Kool Herc. So DJ Hollywood, he played mostly top 40. So he played top 40, and he played for a mature audience. He played for my older brothers and sisters.
Right.
And to get in a DJ Hollywood's party, you had to wear slacks and shoes and button-down shirts. So that wasn't hip hop for us. That was disco.
Right.
So that's the reason why DJ Hollywood is not really recognized as the I guess the father. But then the other thing is that DJ Hollywood didn't showcase or highlight the breaks in the they were top 40 songs. So most of and even if they had a break in them, he played the record from the beginning.
Right.
And so Kool Herc, right? But the difference between the two was that once Kool Herc realized that the B-boys and B-girls reacted to the break parts, and Clark Kent, the original DJ Clark Kent, was the first one to give Kool Herc 2 copies of the same record then began to highlight the breaks, even though Kool Herc never scratched, he never backspun.
Word?
No, never.
Wow.
And any depiction of like documentaries that depict Kool Herc scratching or backspinning is absolutely false. He doesn't know how to do it, and he never did.
Wow.
And DJ Clark Kent actually was trying to convince Herc to put Flash down with him because Clark Kent knew that Herc could not, none of them could do what Flash could.
So Disco King Mario is omitted from hip hop history. Why do you think that is?
I think that Disco King Mario is omitted from hip hop history to a large degree is because people don't know him. A lot of people don't know him, and then the people who do know him are largely from the Bronx, and there's a contingency of people from the Bronx that that kind of hoard everything, hoard all of the credit, they hoard all of the acknowledgement and whatever. And so if like for example, respectfully, Grandmaster Caz, he's a dope MC, right? But his lyrical body of work, his catalog, does not say that he should be in the top 5. But there's a contingency of people who keep him in that slot.
Right. You told me something about Caz. I don't know if you want to say it online in front of people.
I'll say whatever.
But you said, sidebar, you said that Rapper's Delight rap was not solely written. Big Bang Hank rap was not solely written by Grandmaster Caz the way people think. Could you explain that?
Okay, so my older brother was locked up in Attica with H. Rap Brown. And H. Rap Brown is an activist, and he wrote a book and he gave it to my brother, and my brother knew that I was involved in rap at the time, and so I read H. Rap Brown's book, and I took a couple of words from it, and I put a rhyme together, and it goes, I'm hemp to dip, the women's pimp, women fight for my delight, right? And I added some more stuff to it, right? But then Big Bang Hank, he was a bouncer at the time, and he worked at a club called the Sparkle. And and then there was a record shop called Rhythm Den in the Bronx on Tremont Avenue that was owned by this dude named Richie T, who owned the club called the T Connection. And so anybody who performed at the T Connection, Richie T recorded their performances, and he would sell cassette tapes out of his record shop, Rhythm Den, right? And so that's how Big Bang Hank got wind of my lyric. And then he used a piece of my lyrics, and then he used the majority of Grandmaster Caz's.
So why you say that? So how does his rhyme start again?
Who?
Big Bang Hank. We're talking about Rappers Delight that's credited as the original first hip hop record, right?
The women's pimp, women fight for my delight. Because
And
I'm the Grandmaster with the 3 MCs. Rock the world so viciously.
So what was your line again?
Pimp the dip, the women's pimp, women fight for my delight. Because I'm the kid of free dance, the kid of romance. All the young ladies want to give me a chance. Damn, I don't remember the whole shit. Right
So
now.
he stole. So okay, so why don't Caz say that's Rahiem in the beginning, and then that's me when he's changed his name? Why don't Kaz say that? Because Kaz is credited for writing that rap. You know that, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah. So sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, they say, right? So I actually heard Cass say this before. He said, you know, if I'm around somebody, if I'm around another MC and I feel like they got something in their repertoire that I don't have, I am going to do whatever I need to do to make what they have mine. Right? So fast forward. Long story short, Kaz is a biter.
Damn.
Kaz is a biter. And the reason why I say that is because and I respect him as an MC, and I think, you know, and he's legendary and he's dope at what he does, but sometimes, you know, like biting has always been frowned upon
in hip hop.
In hip hop, right?
Right.
And so one time, now Kaz and I, we lived in the same projects at one time.
Oh, word? Right? So you know him?
I know him.
Got
like
you.
I'd see him every day. Like
right.
We were tight like this at one time.
Right.
And so during the time that I'm about to tell you, this is when we was tight like this. So I had a studio on 187th and Webster Avenue, and I was on my way to the studio, working on some music, and I would go by Kaz's crib almost every day and be like, "Yo, what's up? Come with me to the studio. Let's lay something." But he wasn't actively writing at the time, so he, you know, that didn't resonate with him. So one day, I go to the studio and I put a track together, and I come up with a concept called Before, right? And so I wrote a verse and I recorded it. And when I came from the studio, I stopped by Kaz's crib and I let him hear it. He was like, "Yo, this shit is flames." He like, "Yo, you mind if could I borrow the CD so that I could write a verse in the same flow as yours, and we could do this joint together?" I'm like, "I bet." So I give him the CD, and he writes a verse in the same pattern as the flow of my verse. And we planned to record this song, right? But in the interim, we started getting opportunities to perform together. So we would perform all over, and we started performing Before, right? And so we were getting a lot of attention and notoriety for it. And then Dougie Fresh called Kaz to perform with him at the VH1 Hip Hop Honors one year, and Kaz accepted, and I was present at the Hip Hop Honors. But
what year was this?
I want to say 2002.
Okay, yeah. So, bro, in the chat, CDs was out back then. Okay, yeah. He's talking about 2002. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he performed with Dougie Fresh, and then during Dougie's set, he let Kaz spit freestyle or whatever. So instead of Kaz spitting a freestyle, he spits his verse to my concept Before. So he spits, "No problem. I'm in the audience. You know, I ain't feel no type of way about it because because Dougie Fresh invited him to go up there. And so he spit that verse because that's probably the best verse that he ever wrote in my flow. Right? And I'm not saying that arrogantly. If you listen to every verse that Grandmaster Cass has ever written, and then you listen to the verse that he wrote in my flow for Before, you'd be like, "Oh, nah, that's different. That don't sound like none of that." So then one day I get a call from LL. LL's like, "Yo, did you hear the new promo for Rock the Bells Radio?
Mm.
I'm like, no. He like, I'm gonna send it to you. Tell me what you think. So he sends me the link. I click on the link, and it's Cass spitting that rhyme before for the Rock the Bells promo.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hit LL back, and I'm like, so you know that's like my concept, right?
Mm.
Like, what you talking about? I said, so I explained the whole thing to him. And then he had flown all of us out to LA to attend the Rock the Bells radio premiere party.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so Cass was there. And so we were all on the stage at the time. And so he asked Cass in front of an audience how he came up with the concept for before. But and Cass and I weren't speaking at the time because there had been too much time that lapsed to me that I left out a part. He was in Ice-T's movie, The Art of Rap, and he spit that verse as well.
Oh, so he been running with your cadence for a while.
Right. But never telling anyone that he got this from me.
Mm.
He spit it for so then DJ Hollywood decided to start spitting the verse that Cass wrote to before, and he spit it for Snoop and Too Short at Yankee Stadium.
Hold up, so he bit Cass rhyme in the style that he
got from me.
Wow.
Look, wait. Here we go. Let me see. Let me see something. Hold on.
Here's one habit to make you extremely intelligent. Replace social media with mindful learning.
This is some before. Check it out. Who said lightning can't strike infrared? Here we go. My bad. Here we go. Yo. Who said lightning can't strike in the same place twice? Trailblaze the game, made for life, stay nice. Get you rate the top 5, don't mention my name. Had you open before crack cocaine, bro man. Before the fever, before Missy's first misdemeanor, before runs, first pair of Adidas. Got heaters and I pop heaters. Stop dealers on my block was the first hot dealer, cause I got Skrilla, not pillar, done got Rilla. If a shot killer, don't come blaming the top biller. Blue shows for 30 for the South. Got dirty, before James, all y'all cats was worthy, you heard me? Before Hova, cop the platinum Range Rover, before KRS told y'all the bridge was over, kept a bankroll, fly chick, thick chain, I rob and getting cheese like this since Rick James, till the script change, I'm a spit flame, thick and ditch dames, on the bandwagon till I switch lanes, hitch planes where I hit rich dames, that was glittered up, before most of y'all was old enough to even get a nut, now hit the block, split it up, cop the quarter rock, went to the fever, snipped it up, before thugs was trendy, before it was for the love of the game, fella, not just for the love of the Benjis. I reminisce on how I love the Rennie. Put flame to the spliff. Now I'm sipping on a mug full of Henny. It was a simpler time. Cash in the hand was meant for mine. Back then my motto was pimp or die. Before Kurt tried blow. Before anyone heard of 504. The birds chirping with the high pro glow. And transcended the game. And in the process, made it so I can't spend the change to get mama up out the project's turn. Casanovas from Black Spades. Cop new rowers for the whole squad. Oh God, rap pays. While I flourish. Career got hot as a furnace. Make your blocks hot, fella. If we got in a skirmish, we bust shots. But the cops never heard us. Offensive line, try to throw the block, but they ain't stopping the murders. Before common made sense, hoes and made them paid homage with their wallets. Where I'll give you the straight tonic, guard body, but flow so wicked it's satanic. Any rapper slash thug could get it if they want it. Back when LL was taking out grandma's trash, I had bitches backstage trying to give raw ass. Jealous haters rather see me dead, split my cash. up the BX, that Lambert, Rottweiler, BS. You got beef, need to come see us, and you can get yourself full of them things after we pump you up. It's been a long uphill climb, but this time the cup feels mine. Let this nut build and climb, kind of cooked up when you forced to play the hand you was dealt. When as the man you was felt, so you taste life again, and this time you find that it's bittersweet. Bottom line is quit or eat to the 10th power. My dudes, it's the nth hour. If shit remains sweet or if it goes sour, this fiscal year, it's crystal clear. Got a lot to lose. Keep the pistol here. All my soldiers on the front line, life beat from pillar to post. The harder we struggle, the iller we toast.
Damn. So that's the rhyme or the flow that he bit?
That's the flow he bit.
Wow. And when you wrote that, what year?
I wrote that shit in like 20. Let me see, Khalifa. I would say 2007.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's crazy. So he's been running with that style.
Yep.
And he never heard that style, had that style until you gave him that style.
Go if I'm sure there are like quite a few videos.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something else. You also told me a sidebar that you went into I don't know if it was the PLO or the jam, and there was a busy rapper that was up on the stage kicking your raps. Who was that?
Busy B. Busy B. He was Disco King Mario's MC at the time, and it was kind of unheard of at the time for an MC that was down with one crew to even go behind the ropes of another crew, right? So Mario invited me to Junior High School 123 to get on the mic. I didn't know that Busy B was going to be there, and so I got there, and when I walked into the gym, because the jam was in the gym, I walk in the gym and Busy B is on the mic saying all my rhymes. I'm like, oh shit. And I go over to him and I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, yo, hey bro, that ain't your stuff you saying right there. Like, who shit is that? He like, oh, it's this sucker nigga Rahiem. I'm like, yo, my man.
He
like,
told you it's this sucker nigga Rahiem?
He ain't know who I was. I'm like, oh really? I'm like, yo, I'm that sucker nigga Rahiem. You want to fall back off my shit, homie?
So he admitted to you that he stole somebody else's raps and didn't even know it was you?
Facts. Yep.
I like Suicide though. I like that Suicide.
Oh, yeah. Melly Mel wrote that.
What?
Melly Mel wrote that. Melly Mel ghost wrote Suicide for Busy B. Yep.
Man, I was just in here giving them all that credit today. I just listened to Suicide today.
Yeah.
Because all I remember is Busy B being call and response. I don't remember him for no lyrics. So when I was listening to Suicide today, I'm like, yo, hold up. Nah, he went off on that.
Yeah. Nah, Melly Mel wrote that. Yep.
So, goodness gracious, man. I think my stomach hurt now. Damn, Melly Mel wrote Suicide?
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Damn.
And wait, and Spoonie G wrote our song, Survivor. Only the strong can survive. It's called Survival. Yep.
So ghostwriting has been around since the beginning of hip hop.
Yeah. You know, so record labels, they don't give a shit about, you know, if you know, whether you a real MC and you write your lyrics or not, because it's the music business. So the music business, they just care about selling music. Make a
record. Make a hit record.
Right. And so they want you to implement all of, you know, the tools necessary to make the kind of record that they need you to make in order for them to distribute it, promote it, and it be a hit. And so, you know, ghostwriters, you know, it's frowned upon in hip hop because, you know, rap artists allegedly are supposed to write, you know, our own lyrics. But at the end of the day, if the record label wants hits and if you don't have a hit in you, you better find somebody who does.
Right. So, were you jerked by Sugar Hill Records?
Oh, absolutely.
Goodness
They
gracious.
cross your heart bra move on the nigga.
So all right, you've been in the culture since early on. What type
Yes.
of record deals was y'all signing back then?
So I'm the youngest member of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, by the way.
Okay.
And so I was not of age to sign the contract for myself. So my mom had to sign it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my mom was the only parent out of everyone in the group's parents to take it upon themselves to take our contract to a lawyer.
Mm.
So after she took the contract to a lawyer, our lawyer was like, "Don't y'all dare sign this bullshit," right? So she was like, "All right, no problem. We not signing." So let me see, I was 15, I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
16, and so Sylvia Robinson, she kept threatening me. She kept threatening that I wasn't going to be able to record with the group
Mm-hmm.
if my mom didn't sign. But then, I guess one thing happened after another, and it wasn't in the forefront of her memory at the time or something. And so maybe she just decided she was going to wait until I became of age, which was 2 years later, and pressure me into signing the contract myself, which that's what happened. And I wound up signing the contract myself. And so we got our contract allowed for us to get 9% of 90% of our record sales, right?
What?
9% of 90%, not 9% of 100%, 9% of 90%, because 10% of the sales were held back for returns because those were records. And so records, all of the records.
When the record store, if you didn't sell them all out, you had to pay for the records to come back.
Well, no. When the record store didn't sell all of the records, record store would ship those records back to
right, and you had to pay for them. That was on you. That's what I'm saying. So you didn't get no publishing?
Oh, absolutely not. That was unheard of. We didn't get no publishing.
Right, because
no.
I wanted to inform the people that publishing was just included in the royalty rate. You was not. It didn't care who wrote the lyrics. It was just the record label owned the lyrics and they owned the song. You just got basically a performance fee.
Yeah, right.
And that was your royalty. Your royalty was a performance because you performed the record. And if it sold a certain amount, you would get this sold.
We get advances.
Right,
Like, for example, I remember this was Christmas Day. Christmas Day, and the message was on fire. This was like right after the message was released. So the message was on fire. Christmas Day, we took the bus from the Bronx to Inglewood, New Jersey, to Sugar Hill Record Studios. And we're walking from the bus stop down West Street to go to the studio. And as we're walking to the studio, we hear the message blaring from a car that's approaching. And as the car pulled up, it's a canary yellow Porsche convertible, and it is Sylvia Robinson's son, Joey, driving it, and it has a red ribbon tied around it. So that was his Christmas present. And we took the bus.
Wow.
Right. And the largest advance that I have ever received from Sugar Hill Records, no matter how many records we sold, was $5,000.
5 racks?
That's it.
In your whole life?
In my whole life. From Sugar Hill Records, as far as advances or royalties. But now, you know, moving like recently, we won a lawsuit settlement, so I'm getting, you know,
Getting some, but is it back money or is it forward?
it's forward.
So you don't get none of that retroactive bread.
Nope.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. That's nasty work right there, as we say.
That's the kind of work that make you want to go visit somebody.
Absolutely. One of them passed away too, right? For
Yeah.
yeah.
Sylvia and her husband passed away, and then Joey, her oldest son, passed.
The one that had the Porsche.
Right. Yep. Her youngest son, Scutchy, he passed. There's only one of them left now, and that's Leland.
Wow. So before we close out, how could the people stay in contact with you, question you, and talk to you? What is your social media?
My social media, mostly on the gram.
Right.
Rahiem, RAHIEM .official.
Rahiem.official. Okay.
Yeah. You know, whatever you want to hit me up about, get at me. I mean, it's all good.
And again, I've seen you at reply. You want all the smoke. You at reply people. Who blocked you? None of them blocked you?
Nah, they don't block me.
So Fat Joe ain't block you, Busta ain't block you, none of them blocked you?
You know what? No. So I don't follow Fat Joe.
Yeah, okay.
I have my reasons for not following Fat Joe, other than the foolishness that he's recently got involved, you know, talking about. But Busta, I saw Busta at the Grammy 50, and you know, everything was everything. We cool. But I don't think he knows like my position. But like I don't have a problem letting him know my position.
Right.
But you know, anyone who takes the inception of hip hop, you know, anyone who talks about the inception period of hip hop who wasn't there, I listen very closely.
Right,
you know,
right.
I pay attention, you know, in social media. I don't always want to engage and you know, be oppositional to people, you know, when they post this information, like inaccurate information. But I do feel like a guardian of the truth.
Right.
Of the culture that I helped put here.
Right.
And so, you know, while I'm here, I want all the smoke.
Right. So for the record, you said Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans were onlookers when it comes to the creation.
They were onlookers. They were not innovators. They did not innovate anything that had to do with the music of the hip hop culture during the inception period. They were not the innovators. They were onlookers. They watched and they listened until they understood what we were doing. And then once they understood what we were doing and then knew how to do it, then they became practitioners, not until then.
So them being 50-50 is cap.
That's dead and stinking.
Yeah, dead and stinking. So Rahiem, you know, like I said, you also did the Gangster Chronicles. Shout out to my partner Steele. You know what I'm saying? So who was it? Was it just you and Steele, or 8 was there too?
Yeah, 8 was there too.
So he's on the Gangster Chronicles. Make sure you watch his interview. It was my partner Norman Steele, Rahiem, and the legendary West Coast MC8. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure. And like I said, Rahiem is not Hollywood. He will respond to you. DM him any questions, concerns. And he's on there. I think y'all should follow him. He posts a lot of stuff. He's always in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like we stay in that gym.
Yes.
And again, I appreciate you being here, and hopefully more y'all will reach out to him and get him on your platform, because his voice needs to be heard. He was there for a lot of stuff, and you know, he's gonna give credit where credit is due, and he deserves a lot of credit. What are you listening to right now, though?
Because I'm actively working on a project, my solo project, I really try hard not to listen to anything that's current. because it might sneak in and influence me some kind of way.
I know what you're saying. Yep.
So actually, I listen to a lot of old school 60s and 70s R&B
Mm-hmm.
because it gives me great musical ideas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do production, so I work on the music, and then as far as who I like, other rap artists that I like a multitude of rap artists, for different reasons. I like Busta Rhymes, I like KRS, I like Nas.
Right. But we never said none of them is not talented. I don't want anybody to think. And even I got a lot of Fat Joe in my
Yeah. I like some of Fat Joe's joints. My crew actually discovered Big Pun.
What?
My crew, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five actually discovered Big Pun because we used to have a show on Hot 97 called the Mic Check Show.
Right.
And we used to have the listening audience display any talent that they had on the air. And not Fat Joe, Big Pun was our weekly caller winner for I think about a month or 2 months straight. And then we had a remote location set up at this strip joint called the Playhouse, and Big Pun came there and won the contest. And our ex-manager, Mickey Benson, who also managed Ice-T and Fat Joe, made the plug from Big Pun to Fat Joe.
So this is Big Moondog. This is not even Big Pun, right? Like Big Moondog Punisher was his name, I think, his first name.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
Exactly. Yep.
Damn. That's crazy. So, yo, bro, I appreciate you for giving me something that shit I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So what I wanted to ask you though, so why wasn't you in some of these movies though? You wasn't in Beat Street? You was in Beat Street?
No, because the original group, Grandmaster Flash, myself, and Kid Creole, we split from Melly Mel, Cowboy, and Scorpio because they opted to stay signed to Sugar Hill Records.
Right.
And we sued Sugar Hill Records and got released and got signed to Elektra.
So hold up, you said Kid Creole, ain't him and Melly Mel brothers?
Yes, they are.
Blood brothers, right?
Blood brothers.
And he
Kid
went
Creole,
against his brother.
Yes, Kid Creole is older than Melly Mel.
So what did they say he came up with?
Who?
Kid Creole.
Kid Creole, so...
Is it Yes, Yes, Y'all, one of them or something like that?
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, Y'all was used like as a segue before you go into a rhyme. Yep.
So before we close, the thing was debunking Fat Joe, and then we got into Jamaicans. Do you think Fat Joe is racist?
Absolutely.
So besides what
reason why I think Fat Joe is racist?
Mhm.
Or, no, I'm sorry. I don't think Fat Joe is racist. I know he is. Because I was seeing a woman, and her cousin was seeing a dude. So the woman was like, not the woman I was seeing, her cousin, she was like a video vixen.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in one of Fat Joe's videos. And her man is black.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and she's Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Fat Joe was on the set with her, he's in her ear or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, like you making our people look bad fucking with these monkeys."
What?
Facts, bro.
Repeat that. Whoa. What did he? So the female told you that he said this?
Yes, that's right.
Repeat what you just said.
So you're making our people look bad fucking with these monkeys.
And this was a Puerto Rican woman. Now he was telling a Puerto Rican woman,
Correct.
Say it again.
Yo, what you doing? You're making our people look bad fucking with these monkeys. Yep.
Rahiem, I don't even know. We can't even say nothing else after that. That's the ender right there.
That's nasty work.
Nasty work, nasty, nasty. So, yo, bro, I follow you. You know, we always in tune. When I called you, pick up the phone, call me right back. No funny thing. Like I said, I always want y'all to know this man don't have no funny style bone in his body. He show him the trophies again, because that was in the beginning. Let's show them the trophies again and explain what they are.
This is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction trophy.
Okay.
We became the first rap group to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame March 12th, 2007. And it's a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and that was 2020.
And this is for what group? Let them know the legendary group.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
That's it, Rahiem, man. I appreciate you. Legendary, good dude. My big bro, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate you, man. And we'll build later on, man. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
Peace. All right, y'all, man. So this was Doggie Diamonds No Filter. Hold on, let me give y'all. Hold on. There we go, man. Rahiem, man. That was. I hope y'all appreciate that. I hope y'all receive what we put on for y'all tonight. The display that we put on for y'all tonight. Listen, man. I am the undisputed interview king. As you see, this is how you conduct interviews. This is how you promote and make hip-hop content. And what I need y'all to do, I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to follow Rahiem, and I need y'all to share this right here, because this is important. I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. Please leave a comment. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here tonight. On that note, y'all know what I do. See, y'all say, oh, no interviews, no interviews. That's what I brought you. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.